Today we're working on Chapter 1, Lesson 9, Artboards. And so you will need Adobe Illustrator open, the winning logo file from your course, and then your Cengage textbook. So if you're starting from your course, Chapter 1, scroll down to Lesson 9, Artboards assignment. And it says follow the steps in your textbook to create a new file and make artboards. And then there is a link here for the winning logo document, which we don't need to start. We'll come back and get this when the assignment calls for it. So in the textbook, Chapter 1, Lesson 9, work with multiple artboards. And so they're going to take us through to show us options for the artboard panels. The artboard panel and the artboard tool. How to set up your document to have multiple artboards, how to manipulate those. All right, so the first step says verify that no documents are open and the smart guides are on. So in my view menu, I'm going to verify that there's a check beside Smart Guides. Now click New File. And this is the new document dialog box. So we'll go ahead and name our document. Winning Business Collateral. All right, and then set the number of artboards to 3. And then the next step says click the grid by row button, which you don't see. And the reason why is because you have to click more settings for that option to come up. So now you have this style box, which is like the one that you see in the text. So here are the arrangement options for artboards. Grid by row is selected. Set the spacing and columns text boxes to 2. So spacing 2 inches, columns 2. And then verify that the units are in inches, which I can see that they are, but if you needed to change them, they would be right here. And then also observe that you have your orientation for your artboards. You can choose portrait or landscape from right here, but you can also do that once the document's created as well. All right, so set the width to 6 and the height to 8.5. And then it says to compare and click Create Document or OK. Okay, so here are the 3 artboards that we just created. So now with the selection tool, we are going to click on each artboard and making them active. It's very faint, but you can see there is a slight black line that's around the first one that you don't see on the other 2. So when we click them, they then get the black line. And that's to tell you which artboard that you are working on as you're working. Okay, so click the top right artboard to make it the active board. And then click View and fit artboard into Window. So because that one was active, that's the one that it zoomed in on. All right, so now we're going to use the Artboard tool from our toolbar. So as soon as you select this tool, you will see you have a line that's editable around your artboard. You can move them from here. You can resize them. You can rename them. You can double click this little box to get the dialog box and change its size, change its name, and change its orientation. So when this tool is selected, you can see there are a couple of different things in the control panel that weren't there before. And one of them is the new artboard button. So click that, and it's now created basically a copy of the attributes that were assigned to that artboard when we created the document. And then it says to drag to position the artboard down here. And then click the top right artboard, then click the delete artboard button in the panel. So select that, and then you have the little trash can, and you can delete it. And then I can also create a new artboard with this tool by just clicking and dragging the same way that I would if I was making a rectangle. All right, and then you can also drag and drop copy of your artboard if you are holding down your Alt key, just the same as you would with shapes. So I have the move icon right now. If I hold down Alt, it becomes that double arrow, and I can create a copy. Okay, so click the bottom left artboard to select it, and then type bookmark in the name box on the control panel. So right now it says Artboard 3. We're going to call it bookmark. So then if I choose my selection tool and deselect, go back, you can see it has been renamed. So name the bottom right artboard Buck Slip. The top left artboard will be letterhead. And then the two new artboards will be Biz Card front and Biz Card back. Okay, so now we're going to click the artboard named bookmark to select it. Type 2 in the width value in the control panel, and then press enter. So select it, and then let's see, this might have to stretch out a little bit to see those. There they are. Okay. So the width is, I already forgot the numbers. What is it? Change the width to 2. Okay. Oops. Oh, there we go. This is how I prefer to work anyway, but I gotta read those steps. And then when I deselect, you can see the width has changed. All right, so let's go back to our split screen. All right, so now resize the artboard named Buck Slip to 4x6. And just because of the view that I have, I'm going to choose to double click on the name here and open this dialog box. I like this better for me. You're welcome to use the panel options if you can see them. So 4x6, and then OK. And then for both of the business cards, let's see. I've never tried to select 2 at once. Will it work? No, it won't, but it was worth a try. Okay, so 3.5 by 2. So now click the letterhead artboard. Click the select preset menu on the control panel, then click letter. So that's the preset panel that they're referring to. And this is preloaded sizes for different types of documents that you might make. So we're just going to select letter, which should be 8.5 by 11. And so now it's changed to that size. All right, so now click the selection tool and escape the artboard menu or artboard mode. So now we're going to paste artwork on multiple artboards. Open the file, click select on the menu, all, edit, click copy. All right, so let's get our file. Oh no. Of course, you know, that's what always happens. I think it'll just let me do it though. It did. No. Hold on, I always have to like go all the way back out to get back in. I know I could have saved so much time just downloading when we first started, but that wasn't the choice that I made. Okay. There we go. Everything's kind of going bonkers now. So click to open that. And then back to Cengage. All right, so we're selecting this artwork, and then we're going to copy it and then go back to our artboards. Okay, so this might be kind of difficult to see, but there's a teeny tiny little arrow down here from where you can navigate through your artboards. If you would like to use that, you can. I'm going to open my artboard panel. So mine is right here. If you wanted to use this and you don't see the artboard panel, you can go to Window and select Artboards. All right, so I just think that's, I don't know, it's a little bit easier for, in my opinion, to use the panel. So if I want to go directly to one of the artboards, I can just double click in this blank space here, and it takes me through which ones are which. I can also do all of the changes that I was doing in the control panel from here. So this might be an option for you if you didn't care for that. You can double click and rename them, but you can also click on these little thumbnails here and get that dialog box to make those changes like we were doing. Okay. So go to letterhead and then click paste. All right, and then we're going to move this to the corner. And then we're going to go and copy again. Now we're going to go to the bug slip, and we're going to do paste. Oops, I did that wrong. I'm supposed to do paste in place so that it remembers to be in the corner. Okay, and so then it says to go to edit and undo, paste in place, and then click paste on all artboards. So this is what it looks like right now. So I'll go to edit, undo, and then edit, paste on all artboards. And so now each of them has the little logo on it. And so now I'm just going to do a little cleaning up. So one thing I want to show you here is the rearrange artboard. So of course you could get your artboard tool and click on them and manually move them around. But you can also quickly do this. So let's see, I want 4 columns. I want them 2 inches apart. And then make sure that this box is checked that you want to move the artwork with the artboard. And click OK. So there you go. Now they're all nicely moved around. I'm going to select the last little one right here and just kind of move it to the side so that you can see. All right, and so that is all you need to do for this assignment. So hopefully this will help.